So for this video, I'm continuing off of creating a site-to-site VPN connection, and let's add a new use case so I could show gateway transit. So let's say we have our two sites, but imagine our Azure site also wants to connect to another virtual network that's down here, and it does that through virtual network peering. So let's say the use cases we want, the company VM or client VM or whatever you want to call it, resources to connect to or access the resources in this third virtual network. And well, that's what you use gateway transit for. You connect to the second site, the Azure site, and then you forward it, the traffic, down to the third site. So we got to set up those configurations. So that's what the use case for is. That's how you use gateway transit. So to set up the scenario, I have to create the third virtual network and have a virtual machine inside of it, and then set up virtual network peering between the second site and that. So let's get started. Let's start creating a virtual machine. So do all this stuff, we'll call it the new virtual machine and keep the same region east on Windows Server 2019 is fine. And we'll open up port 80 as well as RDP, and now let's create a new virtual network, and let's just call it new VNet, and I'll leave everything as it is. And we don't need a public IP address because we're connecting through VNet peering. So yep, let's go next. Management, it's fine. Advanced, and let's select an extension to install. Custom script extension, because I want to install IIS on this virtual machine. So we had that storage account that we made in the previous video, and same container, and we already have the file in it, but steps by now of how to install IIS on it using custom script extension, so I'm not going to show it again. And we're ready to create, so I'll come back when it's ready. Alright, so new virtual machine's ready. Let's go to it, and it has IIS installed on it, but it doesn't have a public IP address, so we'll connect using its private IP address. We'll go to here, and we'll go to Internet Explorer, and we'll change it to be this new one. And it's not going to work because we didn't set up the virtual net peering yet connection. So let's go do that. So let's get out of here. So we have our new VM. Let's go to our new virtual network. Go to peerings and that. So the first one we'll call new link, and this one we'll call the Azure Link. And what virtual network we want to do is Azure virtual network, because we're connecting it with this third virtual network here, and everything else seems fine. Actually, so we're in a new virtual network and we're trying to connect to the Azure virtual network. So it's detecting that we could, since we have a virtual network gateway for that virtual network, the Azure one, let's actually use it. It says cannot use remote virtual networks gateway as it doesn't use its virtual network gateway for peering. And then it highlights it down here. Well, we got to go down here and say to actually use this virtual network gateway. And now we can use it here. And now we can add it. So that last option that we changed, the reason why, not only did we create a virtual network peering between the Azure virtual network and the new virtual network, is not only did we do that, but we're also saying that this new virtual network can use the virtual network gateway that the Azure virtual network uses. So that's just the option that we changed there. So now let's actually try and browse to that page. So close and copy it again and put it in. And it's not going to work again. So yes. And the reason why it's not working is because we need to add another static route. And because, so anyway, let's create that route. So you go to static routes, IPv4, say new, right click new static route. I'm going to keep it Azure. We want 10.2.0.0 because 10.2.0.0. Because our new VM is part of the new network, and the new network has an address range of 10.2.0.0. But let me just confirm that. So go here, go to overview, and 10.2.0.0, so that's 16. So 10.2.0.0, so /16 is 255.255.0.0. And if you want to change metrics, you can. I'll just put like 12 or something, click OK, and they're created. So now the destination is this new virtual network. And we're saying, okay, anything in the address range that's coming to destination, revert it to this Azure virtual network. And so now it should be able to work. And I don't know why I did .org. 10.2.0. There we go. So now we verified that that the gateway transit works because we're because we have our normal virtual network here. It's the data center site, our company, the Azure one here, and then this third one created, and we set up the virtual peering network, virtual peering connection, and that's how we're able to access the IIS on that virtual network, Azure virtual network over here.